Alright, hello there and welcome to PowerWash Simulator 2. That's right, the sequel we didn't really expect but we got anyway. And without much fanfare, I didn't even realize it was on its way or I'd forgotten. I haven't been actively following its development, kind of intentionally, because I just want to be surprised by it. First thing I noticed is once again we don't have any soundtracks, so let's find some music to play. So we've got a home base, interestingly, which is nice. We're no longer just living out of a van, so that's an improvement. I guess we just start washing. Removables van. Okay. So that's our first job. Actually, no. First thing we'll do is look around our home base. Access store jobs with a county map in the upstairs office of the home base. That would be this, presumably. Oh, that's what's making all the noise. Bubbles the cat. Okay, so there's Bubbles. Oh, and there's also Ulysses. Oh, that was the cat from the original, who has now had kittens, it seems. Oh, I love the nods to the previous maps. That's so good. We've got the dinosaur slide. We've got our original van. Going down one of the slides of the playground, washing the statue. Very industrial looking building otherwise. Got a cat pillow. Can they sell these in real life? I feel that would be a hit. That and the power wash drop. I feel those would go down quite nicely. Oh, we've got Bubbles and Squeak. Okay, brilliant. And more photos and stuff over here, looks like. More mementos. Pet curing into how to train your cats. Good luck. No such thing. Playing on a bench. Looking over the town. Standing outside of something. Ooh, our office. Ooh, I wonder if we get like collectibles or something, or trophies per map that we finish, and whether they go on display here. That's what I'm guessing. That's what I'm hoping. What else we got here? Aliens or big tech? Oh, we can actually read it. Brilliant. So it's looking up about the old, the town with no cats. It's the news articles about the previous game. Enigmatic billionaire Blake Thrust. And our cats, of course. The mayor, what is he up to? Who are the pacifist? Pull my finger. I love it. What else have we got down here? Power wash. So we have a big office for... Why? I don't know. I guess we had a workshop or a garage last time. Because that's the map in which we cleaned the van and stuff. So is this meant to be where we do cleaning? Or what? It's like we've got a showroom. This is like a car showroom that we've bought. We can go outside, so that's nice. I like not being constrained. Oh, this is the workshop, in fact. Back inside, back inside. This is our workshop. Except it didn't used to have that window. I think that used to be just a wall. But there was the roller door. Okay, maybe it's not the same workshop, but it's the same idea. That is a big golden chest. Alright. We have a big chest. Read into that what you will. Ooh, there's a... Can I go into the... I want to go into the park. Anyway, we have our van, which we don't get to do anything with, but that's where we can appreciate the wraps and stuff. It's a different van. It's no longer a big flat-sided one. It's one that's got hips. Apparently, hips for days. Okay, we've got a big chest and we've got hips. I'm liking this game already. Power wash services. How far can we go? Wait, it's closed door. Oh, I can close the door from all the way over here. Okay, they've kept the ability to interact with objects from crazy different distances. Fantastic. So we can, like, grab scaffolding from ages away. We can't cross the road. Fair enough, there's no pedestrian crossing. That's a waste of water. What is it with lawns? Seriously, this could be a rockery. It would be so much nicer. Anyway. So I wonder where we are now. Okay, we can't continue down the footpath. It says a lot about me that the first thing I try and do in the game is run away. We have a vending machine, though. Power washing liquid. Oh, that's our soap vending machine, is it? That's funny. We're not going to use any of that, unless we absolutely have to. Oh yeah, I should actually experiment a little bit with the washing. Get an idea of like the sound volumes and stuff. Oh, it's the same satisfying click. Ah, so good. What's 3? Oh, extensions. Is it... Okay, yep. Hold middle to get idle animation, spinning the gun. Love it. Oh, that's... Okay, so it's just a single middle click to switch between soap and standard nozzle. Well, there's 2 others that you can get. Turbo nozzle, adaptable nozzle. Okay, cool. To rotate, as usual. Tab no longer does anything. That used to bring up a sort of dialogue. Because you used to do that in order to bring up, like, your changing of nozzles and everything. Now we have the number keys instead. Oh, we can actually swap. We have 2 different ones. We have the urban one as well already. Interesting. But we don't get to choose that on the middle click. Interesting. Ah, press and hold. So 1. Swirl Force Surf Ace. We don't have that. We can swap between... Oh, okay, so it's different brands. So Prime Vista, and then there's the different levels of that. The Urban series, and Swirl Force. Okay, that's interesting. That's different. I don't know why they feel the need to bother with that. In some ways, I feel that's superfluous, to be honest. It's like, whatever. But now we can upgrade within different brands, and yeah, then we can hold to get the different extensions. So we've got nothing and short. So we start with a short. Maybe not in the real game, but at least in the demo. So that's good. Okay, I think we're probably done here now. And let's just look at the map. So, Humpton, Detergento, Washingham, Bucketon, Fumarole, Power Falls, Muckingham. That's the removals van. Okay, so that's how it shows up. Okay, that's cool. I quite like that. Okay, so it's the same county as before. We haven't moved or anything. Removals van. Great news, you're fully moved in. The removals van moved to the wash bay, awaiting your expertise. Don't think the van should pose too much trouble, despite you having to sell off most of your equipment. I know you got a bit carried away at the auction, but trust me, there's so much more potential in this place. Don't worry about paying the van hire. In fact, she'll pay you. Okay, so we upgraded, but we had to sell everything in order to upgrade. And to get us going, the removals van that we used to get all our boxes here needs a clean. Alright. I get that. Right, so we're outside. We've got all our stuff. We've got our various... Okay, our van is now parked over there instead for some reason. Change stance. Sure, whatever. Pick up the ladder. Ooh, oh, now I have to... Okay, let's not, because otherwise you actually have to put it against it, and I don't want to do that. Jump, space, sure. We'll do what we're told in some fashion. Actually, can we... Haha, we can. Boing. Up onto the boxes. Change washers is one, yeah. Now, we don't get a sort of graph to show how good they are. I wonder if that is in the shop. It's just going through the options of everything that we can do. Dirt highlight. I saw in the menu as well, there is an option where you can change the color that it highlights, which is nice. Frio mode. Yep. Task list is now... Okay, it's more condensed. I kind of preferred it when it like brought up the PDA view instead, so it was like you actually had a tablet or something. I don't know, this is more like a HUD, which doesn't really fit this sort of setting, I feel. This is more like for a sci-fi style flying game sort of thing. Hide cleaned is nice, so you don't have to wade through the cleaned stuff. But yeah, I feel that I preferred the PDA view instead. Game menu, yep, okay. Why are you getting me to do this? Ah, actually I am curious because I want to take a look. Washer equipment. So Swirl Force we can't get yet. Ideal for washing flat surfaces at short range. Cuts all dirts effortlessly. You can get a head size. Interesting. Oh, I see. It's one of the circular style ones. Okay, but where's the graph that shows us how good it is, right? Urban. Power compared to the medium duty washers of its competitors, but the cost to area of effect. Okay. Medium duty. Yeah, where's the graph of how good it is? How do I know that it's actually better? Right? I don't like that. That's a regression in my book. So, let's get down to business. So what does it mean by decreased area of effect, I wonder, when it comes to the urban? I am curious. If we swap to this, it seems the same. I mean, we are real up close anyway. So it reckons it's more similar to a medium washer. So even a white nozzle, the widest one, is getting through what's on here. It doesn't show us what kind of dirt it is when we hover over it or anything. I don't know if it's meant to. That used to be an option, I think. I wonder whether or not they found no one was really using it, but I used it. Let's check the settings for gameplay. Maybe? No, nothing there. General, perhaps? Visibility, task markers. Highlight, color and duration. Yep. No, nothing else there, really. Oh, that's interesting. It's a bit dumbed down, really, isn't it? In that respect. So we're just missing out on a lot of the information that we used to have. We can no longer see the dirt type. We can no longer compare stats of the washers. Like, yeah, it didn't matter because it was just a progression. Basically, you would just take the next upgrade and you just knew that it was better. But the fact that they've added in the competitor model range as some form of, like, it's meant to be a compromise. I mean, I'm not noticing any particular difference right now. Must be said, like, this seems exactly the same to me. If we swap out back to the urban and just do this. Okay, so the other one, yeah, the urban's definitely more powerful. But it's like, it seems the same in other respects. Or was its white track more like this green track instead? If that's the only difference, then what's the point? Quite bluntly, what is the point? Okay, we're getting close to our first ding. Moment of truth. There we go. Similar sort of ding noise. I did wonder if they might have replaced it with something a little bit crisper. But that's alright. We'll allow it. It's always interesting to me that they let you change nozzle while you're spraying. But I guess that would be more difficult to restrict. Okay, well, I think we just stick with the tried and true. We have the Vista washer, golden nozzle. Or realistically, if the urban's more powerful, we should just always be using the urban, right? Like, why would we not if this is more powerful? If it's a thinner track, fine, we just go over it a bit quicker because it's more powerful anyway. Truck front, okay. So where does truck front end? Slightly around the corner. On the one hand, I get the idea of doing a sequel, and I kind of appreciate it. Rather than just tying themselves to the older game and making updates to that, I do appreciate the idea of just, you know, clean break, gives us a chance of a different story, as opposed to just adding, like, DLC and stuff. But it's hard to imagine improvements in some respects. It is just a case of, yeah, offering a fresh experience and a new storyline. There's the window, the other window. And it's like, then a lot of the gameplay things they could have just left as they were, I feel. Like, I like the old tablet view. Okay, now we've got a message coming in. Oh, 20%, that's why. Quick nose around your new crib. It's even bigger than I remember. Excited to see what you're going to fill it with. Water, mostly, and cats, I suspect. Cat tire we're going to have to get right down here, probably. Yep, there we go. While I'm here, we'll do the insides the others. Or maybe it's range that we miss out on with this washer instead. That might be what it was meaning. Because it did seem to struggle a bit. Which doesn't make much sense, because if it's a more forceful jet to be more powerful, then it should also go further. Who knows? We're going to be trying to stick with our tried and true processes of just work our way from the top down. Some jaunty music at the moment. This map is almost a good example of where you might want to change the default washer or the dirt highlight color. Because if you miss something on this van, then it's orange on orange. Okay, upper side, good. I like that they've split that out. So we've got upper side, lower side. Okay, that should have been rear lower side to be fair, but side trim. It feels less responsive in terms of how it dings up. It kind of bounces in from the side. And that feels less snappy than what it used to be. It's one of those things that they probably thought that, oh, this is cool. But it's like, yeah, but is it necessary? It's kind of style over substance. But it's not necessarily good style either. Also, the amounts of money we're getting from doing things is a pittance. But maybe that is just demo, or just because it's the first level? I don't know. I mean, we're only getting $40 from doing this entire job, I think. Ooh, double ding. There we go. And if the amount was higher, then they could be more granular with things. So it's like $2 for a wing mirror, but it was $1 for an indicator. It's just odd quantities. $1 for the window, $2 for the wing mirror. Why? Who knows? I do appreciate they did have the model, though, of incremental payments. Like, payment per feature. So that way you could earn money as you went through a level and, like, upgrade your washer or something part way through. Quite valuable. Oh, we're at 40% already. I'm gonna start putting the word out for you everywhere I go. Appreciate it. Oh, yeah, the front, here's where we get the dings. Yep. Ding storm. Jobs from all over. Nice. 42%. And you know how good my business names are. No. Please no. You know what, I'm actually going to stand back a bit further. Do we have an extension for this one? We do. Let's just stand back a bit further, if we can. So that way we don't have to move around so much. So it is cool that we've got the whole county that we're going to be getting jobs through as well. I hope that there's a bit more variety in terms of jobs and maybe a few extra ones that crop up. That was one of my issues with the previous career progression, is you would kind of get to a point and you'd have to do a massive job to progress. And you'd only ever get like one or two that would unlock at a time. Kind of felt that... I hope that there's like side content, so you can always have some small jobs on the go. And then you can tackle the big ones when you feel ready to. I don't know. Be interesting to see what they do. It's the sort of game like you can just pause, basically. Like you can leave, it'll save your progress, you can come back, so it doesn't actually matter if you don't have time to finish off one big job all at once. An arch tire, good. We're getting through it. Now we've got to do the interior, I think, don't we? Yeah. Smiley face, brilliant. Wait for it. Bigger smiley face. How's the interior of your truck get this filthy? Like, seriously, guys? I mean, I don't even know how the exterior got so filthy either. Did it just fall into a river? Word up, people. Cadaver's County Premier Power Washer is back up and running. If your grubby house brings stink eye from the neighbors, every trip in the car feels like a walk of shame. Hit us up. Ding, 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 ding. Oh. So good. Oh, that's actually good to know. Thanks. Who's Camilla Jackson? Should I know who that is? Why am I seeing someone else's conversation? Whatever. I feel the sound should change a bit more for being inside the van. It should be a bit more, well, loud. Loud and echoey. Also, we're straight back into the question of, should we really be power washing the inside of a van? I'm not sure. We still don't have a compressor noise or anything like that either. Like, it isn't just the washer that would affect the power and pressure and cleaning potential. It would also be the, well, it's primarily the compressor, right? And yeah, it's how much power it can handle, but it's also how much power is going through it. Why does the grime on the inside seem tougher than the grime on the outside? I mean, I don't know what it is because they decided to no longer disclose what dirt that you're actually looking at, which is a shame. So, but I want to know exactly what I'm dealing with. Is it molds? Is it just dirt? Is it bubblegum? Roll the shutter barrel. I'm going to have to get right underneath that, probably. Oh. There we are. Nice. Ding, ding, ding. We want to probably spray towards the outside. I got up to 80%. I heard the little background chime of hitting 80%. And obviously I've got music playing as well, which doesn't help, but we used to have stars. Whatever happened to the star rating? There's like a P rating up the top, I noticed, and I don't know what that means. Yeah, P, 32.75, $131. What does that mean? Oh yeah, we used to have a star rating, so we could get like 5 stars on a level or whatever. To be fair, it was kind of meaningless because it didn't affect anything. Because the progression was so mandated, it's not like you could stop at a certain star rating or progress when you only had 3 stars or something. I think maybe you could. Maybe I was just a perfectionist. I feel that maybe you could have, because I do seem to vaguely remember there was like a message would come up during a gameplay, and that maybe that was in relation to a new job opening up, and if you quit out then you could maybe swap to a different one. But I never did that because, like, why would I leave a job unfinished? That doesn't make any sense. So I guess the stars don't really matter. But it's interesting they still had the same sort of progression noise, but it's now just percentage based. I feel they could have just not bothered and just had the... Because I didn't get another text box at 80%. So maybe for this level, it's like, well, I've only got 3 text messages to come through. Why don't we do them at 25, 50, and 75? instead of 20, 40, 60, but not at 80. Why have I got a target showing up? What's that all about? Huh? I'm confused. Is it... Oh, hang on. Right, so it automatically tracks the remaining 5 things, it seems. Interesting. That's kind of annoying. Untrack all. Oh, that's just that. F is untrack all. Yeah, there we go. I don't want that. Is that one of the gameplay options? So it's task markers. Task markers. Taskmasters? I'm guessing... Oh, that's the markers to help you direct towards track tasks. Yeah, okay. No, I don't think I want that. I might find myself turning it on if I get into difficulty later on. But that was just too invasive. Like, going in and being able to select it and having it just kind of highlight slightly was fine. But just having them pop up like that, where I can, you know, I've got the tick boxes up the top, so I can see what I'm missing. And then I can go chasing them. That's fine. I don't need anything more than that. I certainly don't need a big icon on my HUD telling me where it is. It would be the sort of thing that maybe that could flash up if I did the, like, dirt detection. But I feel there's already enough hand-holding elements in this game that we really don't need more of them. So, wing mirror, which one? This one. I didn't do the actual mirror, that makes sense. And truck lower side, presumably this one. Ah, at the back for some reason. You see, I can't even see what I missed, I'm curious. Is it, what is it for me to... Why have I already forgotten what it is to show the queue? There we go. Okay, yes, it's just a little bit down the bottom. Yeah, there we go. A new job is available. Tessa Borges. Is this Buckingham's Premier PowerWash rinse and repeat? Greetings from DJ Detergento, where we need you to cleansify an unexpected discovery. Okay. Detergento's detective agency? I don't know. Job complete. Escape to finish. Oh, the time-lapse is not very smooth. It's like 24 FPS or something. If that. I don't know. I'm not a fan of how jerky that is. Anyway. Once again, we've got this little kind of condensed box instead of, like, central tab view as if we were actually looking at a tablet. Anyway. If you first dibs on any furniture she comes across, keep an eye out for new items appearing in the shop. It's all pre-restoration stuff, so pretty dirty, but I'm sure you're okay with that. So we buy the furniture and have to clean it before we can put it in our shop? Is that what it is? That's kind of cool. Okay, so cash earnings was actually 200 bucks. PowerWash point bonus was 20 points. Oh, so the 40 was the points, not the money. I thought that it was the money. Okay. So I don't know what PowerWash points are for. So this one is $160. But we don't want to move straight on to that. I want to go back to home base. So I guess that's we go to home base. Use the button. Alright. Furniture unlocked. There we go. So let's take a look. Now also, is there anything... Aha, I was right. I was right. We unlock a little trophy. And then that allows us to do free play. Fun. Okay, I like that concept. So, furniture unlocked. Let's check that out before we jump into the next job. So, into the shop. Furniture catalog. What do we get? Okay, a retro rug. Sport this throwback energy. Okay, so this is where we use our points, it seems. Purchase for points, not money. Huh. Okay, so we use money for equipment. 15 bucks for turbo nozzle. 150 for an adaptive nozzle. Precise pressure desired relative to its area. What? That seems strange to me. And then extensions. I still wish that the extensions were not unique to the washer. They should be more unique to the brand, and the idea is that they should be cross-compatible. Like a urban extra long extension should be compatible with other urban ranges, right? It seems odd. $12,000! Alright, that's a lot. Okay, things are going to ramp up. Well, we want to save our money. And we don't have any more paint jobs or anything. Well, let's get our whimsical sofa. Stylish, cool, but prone to spillage. Take the weight off in every sense of the sensational reimagined sofa unit. Okay. Sure. Okay, and now we can get more colours and stuff too. We've got cosmetics. And those use the points as well. Oh, different wraps for our car as well. I think those are things that I'm just going to probably save up until I finish the career anyway, probably, and then I'll just go ham and just get everything. Cool. Well, let's take a look. Oh, tab hold for placement mode. Okay, so now we can access the furniture. Retro rug is ready to wash in the indoor wash area. Ah, completely clean the dirty furniture item. Right, so a little extra mini game. Gotta clean it before we can put it on display, it seems. That's kind of amusing. Yeah, it's just power washer rug. We've done it all now. It's very 70s. There we go. Oh, not a ding. Different sort of thing. Now we can pick up and now place. Okay, we shouldn't be allowed to place it in here, I feel. Well, we're not going to put it downstairs. We also can't sprint while we're in placement mode, which is a bit annoying. I think... Well, I don't want it hovering. No, let's just... Okay, there we go. Now it's at ground level again. It says place in the main room of the home base. Does it not want me putting it in here? Oh. Can we... Oh, okay, seems we can't put it in here. Oh, okay. We're not allowed to put it upstairs. It has to be put downstairs. Interesting. Oh, and it can't be too close to the entrance either. Alright, and now it's not letting me put it down in here. Okay, the prompt has changed since I deselected it and selected it again. Interesting. Won't let me put it too close to the edge for some reason. Oh, there's good. And in which case, let's do the sofa. I mean, it's bright and vibrant. I do like it. A very me sofa. We have a quilt cover for our sofa that is mostly pink squares. So I appreciate the variety of this one. It doesn't have parts, it's just one main object, up to 55, well, up to percentage. I kind of wish that it had components to it, like, you know, each leg, the back, the front, the sides. Why do we not have the ding system? We have the percentage system for the overall job, but why do we not have the ding system for each component? Eh? Questionable. Why would you take the thing that people most enjoy and remove it from the side thing? So pick up, yeah, and once again, now it's like, okay, and now I can... Oh, it won't let me place it down in here, but it shows me that I should be able to. Okay, well. There we go. Now, key point, can I sit on it? No, I cannot. I can jump on it. That'll have to do. Right. Good enough. Let's move on to the next job. So we've got removals and... Okay, in addition to getting the trophy that we can launch for free play, we can also launch it from here. That means that this might get a little bit cluttered, though. That would be my concern. Maybe these appear differently when there's multiple of them? I don't know. I feel that maybe that shouldn't happen because we've already got the trophy instead. Anyway, let's move on to Detergento, public facility. I appreciate this being quicker than it used to, like, pop in gradually, but all appearing at once is still a bit jarring. I would appreciate if it was like 1, 2, 3, but in quicker succession. Anyway, thing happened to us the other day when I asked my colleague to do a deep dive adventure in our public facilities. We found schematics for a revolutionary convenience installed in 2003, but then almost immediately forgotten about and assumed to be a bench. Okay. What the hell is a convenience? Alright, so welcome to Detergento. Oh, we get a smaller ladder. Nice. Open, open, open. Roof sign. Okay. Is this gonna pop up when I clean it? Is that what's happening here? We're gonna clean off this top bit. It's like, oh, this is a tiny job. What have you called me here for? This is so small. And then you clean off the top bit and it lifts up, I'm guessing. Yeah, it says roof, warning floor, roof sign top. That's all there is, right? So it becomes fairly obvious what's going to happen here. Right, so that's what they mean by being a convenience. I was fooled by what it looked like. It's like a convenience store, like a kiosk, I'm guessing. It's basically like a newsagent's that just slides away into the ground? I guess more secure than having shutters, but very unnecessary. The roller blinds usually do the trick, but whatever. Still not a very big job, must be said. I mean, we're already almost at 15%. Yeah, 16 or so percent by the time we just finished this bit. Now, am I allowed to stand on this while it goes to the next step, I wonder? And also the warning floor doesn't seem to be cleaned properly. And I'm not sure what I'm missing. Yeah, what am I missing on the warning floor? Oh, okay, a tiny little blemish. I want to stand on the top here. One thing I do notice that would have been nice, still no left-handed option that I could see. Which is relevant when it comes to like shooting it at an angle like this. Like if I was not able to do this, if it was like on this side, then it's a little awkward. Would be nice. Because sometimes depending on like the ladders and things like that, it can be a bit restrictive. Right. 18%. Up we go! Woohoo! Probably would have been a better effect if we'd actually been watching it from outside. That light really fits down there. It's almost flush with the top. So what's the benefit of having it retract? You know, versus it just being closed up. I guess it means that if you want to use this town square for some sort of event or something, then it's not in the way. I guess that makes sense. I'm curious to swap back to this washer. Yeah, this does have a better range, I think. But it's a case of if it struggles with power, then there's the other one. Interesting. Well, means you can't do a basic washer only playthrough on this game, I guess. Like I did on the last one. Last one, you had to buy the urban washer. Any other washer than what you started with. So my initial run after the game came out of early access was just to play through without buying anything extra. Essentially. The only thing you do require is like the long extension. Oh, it's struggling to do this. Okay, yep, so we've already found something that it struggles with. It's kind of struggles with some rust, it seems. Interesting. And that's what I was finding with the basic washer challenge, is that things like barnacles later on in the game especially, and things like rust would just, you'd have to scrape away at it with the red nozzle. I mean, I'm still kind of tempted to do the same sort of thing, to be honest. But at least have the ability to swap to the... Yeah, see, that's not getting rid of that. But if we swap to the red, then that gets rid of it. I think they made sure that the red nozzle on even the most basic one would be enough to clear away everything. Because if you were a new player coming into someone else's free play map, they wanted everyone to be able to contribute, even if it takes a bit longer. And I appreciate that thinking. Here we woof again. Sorry, what? Driving me barking. Okay, instead of... There's something else, wasn't there, in the last one? It was driving me something else. So we can actually get away with just using the green nozzle, it seems, on a lot of this wall. It's just when we get down to the bottom where there's rust on the lower section. Then we need to step it up. Okay, 40% now have something. Designed by local visionary Nadia Vonnegut. Pop-up restroom. Oh, it's a convenience being a restroom, not a convenience store or kiosk. Okay. State-of-the-art camera systems and kinetic motion sensors buried deep within the sidewalk detect from the gate of passerby when relief was required and pop up in the nick of time. Oft times it knew even before they did. Okay. Whatever. Alternatively, you could just have it there all the time. It is interesting you get a little bit of a muck effect splashing off whenever you go over a section. That's a nice touch. I don't think that ever used to be there. Okay, interestingly, it's only halfway done. Do I have to do the inside as well? I was thinking, oh, it's, you know, not that big a job after all. I've already almost done 20% of it before I've even got it to raise up from the ground. Now I'm noticing I'm still only at nearly 50%. So I'm guessing I have to do inside as well. Okay. Slightly bigger job than I thought, but that's fine, because otherwise this was going to be very short. So at least we've got a little bit of something to look forward to. Can I open the door already, or do I have to wait until I'm finished this bit, I wonder? Actually, the fact that I've got a checklist already says to me that it doesn't want to let me know yet that there's the inside to clean as well. Okay, yeah, we need to just stick with the urban, I think. If we feel like torturing ourselves in the real game, once it's released, then maybe we stick with the basic washer and not swap to the urban, but the fact that I'm hitting bits that this can deal with but the other can't, rather than swapping to the red and just having to scour it, it's such a thin track, this allows me to just step up, just clear things off much quicker than relying on the red nozzle. The fact that this one can just do it with the green instead, it seems. Nice. Oh, double... Okay, yeah, if I'd cleaned this part, I'd have realised what they were talking about. Yes, it doesn't say open door or anything at this point. There we go. So we had to wait. And now it opens up. Alright. Gross. Well, same deal. It is just one piece at a time. Work our way down. You know, I really should spend more time cleaning my own house rather than spending hours cleaning other people's things. Virtually. At that. This just reminds me that I do have to clean my own bathroom. The ensuite could do with a bit of a scrub. Hey, Wishy, just heard the fire chief's dog has gone missing. Okay, so last one was cat-themed, this one is dog-themed? Is that what I'm guessing? It was a missing cat, now it's a missing dog? Is he going to be hanging out in my thing the whole time, like last time? I never quite understood from last time when it was that we were meant to have picked up the Ulysses, the cat, whether it was the mayor's house job or something. Or maybe it was only right at the end, I'm not sure. So I do appreciate that they do have the sections a bit better. I mean, this, he says as he starts now just doing the thing. Oh, panic over, the fire chief just left the back gate open, Vulcan's home now, okay. False alarm, we're not going to have a dog-themed game after all. Okay, ceiling lights. Yeah, so just as I say that, of course, the roof is not, or the ceiling is not sectioned up, but that's fine. But at least it's got the panels around the walls and stuff, so it's not just one big wall section. I do appreciate that. And even this, like, there is the lights breaking up the monotony at least. Maybe it could have had a different ceiling panel, like at this point here, and maybe this point here. That's fine. Also, why is the air conditioning on? I was spraying an active air conditioning unit. Not sure about that one, folks. Health and safety note. Do not power wash your operating air conditioning appliances. What the hell happened there? That was weird. Just kind of freaked out a bit. I did it again. Sorry, what? That was some weird behavior. What does it think? It's like it thinks I'm close to something. Yeah, when I just go over a certain point, it thinks I'm like close to something and freaks out. And does like the tucking in animation. Like that. How odd. Was it because I was next to this maybe? Oh, you can even raise the toilet seat, because of course you can. Arabian Nights. This is a song from Civilization Call to Power from like the late 90s. Still holds up today. Lower changing table, oh yeah. Not a big enough changing table. Well, I'll clean the bottom of it first, right? Hey, Tori, welcome, welcome. I'll let you answer that question yourself in a second. Yeah, I'm liking it. Yeah, it's kind of cool. The, so far the little maps are fun. Surprise, you've got to clean more. This is like the 4th expansion on this level where we've had to find something else to clean. I won't ruin the surprise on the level. It's a fun one. I think that's only the 2 levels that are in the demo, which I think total is probably going to be about an hour and a bit's worth of content. Yeah, I've been streaming for just over an hour, and that's with a bit of exploration time to start with. I do like many of the aspects of this. I do have some minor gripes as well, as is always the case. No game is perfect. Like, you can no longer see the type of dirt you're cleaning, which was something I enjoyed. Like, there's no option or even to be able to see, like, up the top, grime or algae or anything like that. No longer gives you that information. It also no longer gives you the information between different washes. So if we go into the shop, for example, and go into the equipment. So we've got, you start off, at least in the demo, with both the Prime Vista and the Urban. So there's 2 parallel ranges going on instead of just a upgrade progression. And the Urban is always, like, yeah, comparable to the heavy-duty washes of its competitors, but at a cost to the area of effect, so it's not as efficient but it is more effective. It's interesting. I don't quite know why they bothered, but we don't have the little graph anymore. Like, there's no comparison graph to be able to see, like, how it performs and different things, so you can't quantify why is this one better or why is this... Yeah. It's those little things that I like in a game, and I don't like to see them removed for the sake of it. And yeah, not being able to see the type of stuff that you're cleaning, like, it just made it a little bit more immersive, and I just appreciated that. So getting rid of it kind of dumbs it down more, where, if anything, I feel they could have made it more simulatory instead. There's also two parallel things going on. You earn money, but you also earn PowerWash points. And those are what you use for cosmetics, so you don't need to worry about wasting your money on cosmetics instead of upgrades. And I do appreciate that. But the way that they present it is a bit weird. Also, you have a home base that you can decorate with furniture. So, I mean... honestly worried that I'd take away the ding or change it. I was saying before, I feel that they could have changed it, in that it's a bit of a rough sound, always has been. I excused it in the first one because it was the first one, that's fine. But this one, like, if you listen to it, it's like... Okay, never mind, it's not going to give it to me. What do I... Yeah. It's just a bit harsh, especially compared to the tone of all of the other sounds in the game. Like, most of the other sounds in the game are pretty clean. Pun intended. You can change the ding volume specifically, but, like, you can't do the tone like you can other things. And I feel that the tone of it is just, yeah, a bit harsh. Like, it feels, it sounds like a cheaper sound, almost. But that's such a minor nitpick. It just sounds like a lower bitrate sound file, basically, to what the rest of them are. In terms of, like, the menu sounds and things like that. I mean, the first thing was the click. Like, that's just as satisfying as the ding. Let's be real. And, like, that snap, it has that snappiness to it, and it sounds, yeah, clean. But yeah, if they had removed the ding or done anything about it, then there would have been riots. No one would buy the game if there was no ding. But ultimately, like, it's the same game. It's just as good. And I'm very interested to see what they do with the, like, story and stuff. They've definitely got a much more expanded area, and they actually have a map that you choose your jobs from, which I really like. It's those little immersive touches that I do appreciate. You can also get different, like, paint jobs for your van, which is nice. So they've really expanded the whole cosmetics idea. It will be interesting if in the main game whether you start with the urban as well as the prime. I kind of hope not. But at the same time I kind of hope so, because this actually gets through, like, rust and stuff, whereas the other one doesn't. So if I want to do, like, a no upgrades run, then at least I don't have to resort to just using the red nozzle all the time. So, you know. But then it feels a bit cheap if I'm doing that. And tap's done. Cool. And I hate cleaning toilets. Both virtually and in real life. I'm gonna guess I have to raise the toilet seat to clean under it. Are you gonna let me? There we go. It was giving me the option, but it wasn't actually doing anything when I pressed the button. Okay, can you go down again? So clearly I've missed something. Here, there we go. Alright. Always put the seat up before you spray. See where the nozzle switching sound is pulled from an old typewriter? Quite possibly. Yeah, I'm not sure. Or it's just like two things just clicking together. Like, not Lego so much, but that sort of thing. No one enjoys cleaning toilets. I don't know. It wouldn't surprise me. There's bound to be some people who get like absolute joy out of it. Ding, ding, ding. There we go. Ah, 4 in a row. Oh, the hand dryer is not yet done. Huh. Oh, probably underneath. Yeah, there we go. Underneath. Now it's just the floor. I mean, to be fair, I do enjoy cleaning to an extent. There's a certain perverse joy of, like, this thing was grubby and now it's clean. Like, that's one of the reasons I find this game satisfying, because, like, what I'm doing right now, seeing the difference between something that is filthy and something that is clean. I do appreciate that, and it is fulfilling even when you're doing it yourself in real life. But toilets are just grotty, so... There we go. Job complete. A new item is available in the shop. Alright. Look away if you don't want spoilers. Oh, hang on, hang on, hang on. I see a gnome. I see a little gnomoetto. Oh god, man. Okay, I can't reach him. There we go. I can pick him up anyway. Hello. You're going in the toilet. Oh, he's too big to fit down. Oh, whatever. But yes, look away if you don't want spoilers. Oh, cut out a large chunk of that. Oh, it transitioned. Okay, that's cool. I appreciate that, and they need to do that more in other levels. Excellent. You're delighted to learn that public facilities' kinetic sensors have been updated and been successfully reintegrated into a public convenience network just in time for upcoming Equinox Festival. Cool. So yeah, with cash earnings, $400. PowerWash point bonus, 30. So we now have 157 points and $600. And now we can go to home base. That's right, we have a home base. I mean, we used to have a workshop, anyway. But now, we have a mezzanine with stuff in it. And some little Easter eggs, which is really nice. And cats that you can pet. This one doesn't really respond. I'm sure that they responded a bit more before. Okay, Ulysses does at least a little bit. You did that in the first game. What, hated watching a replay we aren't even on the screen most of the time? Yeah, exactly. That's it. It is tricky because it's like, okay, it needs to detect where you are. Like if you're around the back of a house or something, it needs to detect where you are. But then it's like, well, it should be able to do that. Like, it knows the parts you cleaned. Now, this is the coolest thing. As soon as I saw this bookshelf and saw that it was empty, I'm thinking, we're going to get things here, aren't we? And sure enough, we get a little trophy representing the levels we've done, and that's how you can kick off the free play for them. And I love that. Now, does that mean that we can kind of deduce how many levels there are? Sort of. They could always put another one on this wall too. It's actually inset, it's not even off the wall, it's actually into the wall, which I find interesting. That means that wall is no longer as well insulated, that's a problem. Anyway. Right, so we've run out of levels now. So we've got, over here, removals van was the first one we did, and then the public facility was what we just did in Detergento. But we've got this whole map, and you can assume that there's going to be at least 1 or 2 jobs per region, if not more. So that's good. I mean, the size of this makes me feel there's going to be like 3 dozen jobs or something. And now we have a futuristic rug, apparently, which we then have to purchase for 50 PowerWash points. And otherwise you can get, here we go, cosmetics. So again, use the points in order to get cosmetics. Instead of cash you use to get the upgrades. We can actually afford the Swirl Force Surf Ace, which instead of... It's like a short range one. I think it's like a permanent turbo. I'm actually going to buy that, because why not, with an extension, because I want to see what that's like. Yeah, okay, it's like this. Yeah, so it's like for floors and stuff. It's not so much for... Yeah, it's not for walls. It's for floors and decks and things like that, it seems. I feel that's not that useful. I'm not sure I would use this, quite frankly. You can get larger heads for it. But otherwise, yeah, I'm not sure about this one. Hey, that's what demos are for. Now I've experimented with it, I know that I don't care about it. Well, we may as well get the rug anyway. Why not? And hey, I mean, so we're experimenting. Let's have a yellow van. Interesting that that hasn't gone down. It knows that I don't have the funds, but that still says 157. Oops. And in fact, these still show that I can purchase them, even though that cost 50. I'm confused. I think their thing is slightly broken. Yeah, so it let me buy that one, it seems. Or did it not? No, it realized and then said insufficient funds. Okay. I've got a few bugs to iron out. That's fine. So now we go placement mode and go futuristic rug. This needs to be washed before we can use it. And we just give it a good spray. Can we get away with using the... Oh, actually, you know what? I said I wasn't going to use it, but this is probably where this could come in handy. You can't really see what you're doing is the main problem. And I don't know how long you have to hold it over for any length of time to know that it's clean. So I'm not sure there's much advantage of doing this over just sweeping back and forth with a normal nozzle. Yeah, because if I go too fast, it leaves big gaps. So you've got to go slowly as it spins around in order to actually clean things properly. But it's like, well, why would I not just use the normal nozzle? Maybe this does it quicker? I don't know. It is a larger area at least. There we go. And now we can pick that up and pop it in here. There you go. We have a different carpet. Lovely. And then it says to access free play jobs in the mementos shelf in Harper's room. Why is it Harper's room? Why is it not my room? Weird. Okay, so apparently this is Harper's room instead. And then you can go removals van, free play, and start job, etc. Oh, it says 0 out of 200. Wait, so we can earn more cosmetic points by going back into doing it free play? Really? That's interesting. I'll start that. I will have to take a break soon, and it's probably going to be in stream because it'll be quite a long break, but I am interested to see what happens here. Let's just swap to the urban, swap to the green. In fact, I think even just the... Yeah, I think even the white was good enough. Or maybe we'll stick with the green. But again, we could use the new one, but this feels quicker to do the same surface area than using the swirly one, quite frankly. I'm not sure why that one would ever be the best use of $500 or whatever. Interesting that it's still coming up with the tutorial prompts, even though I've done them. See how quickly we can get through this one. I mean, it can only get through so quickly because, I mean, it's got a certain amount of surface area and we can only do that so quickly without it not cleaning things properly. I also really need to clean my monitor because I keep having little spots that aren't actually in the game. Okay, now it concerns me that things haven't actually been cleaned. There we go. Okay, it was just the edges. Yeah. Keep the place empty so you can roller skate around. Yes. I was a bit confused about what the whole deal with the whole bottom floor area is for the power services. It's like, what is that space used for? It's like, yeah, I can use it for recreation. I get to put building, furniture and stuff down, but is that what I'm meant to do with that space? Like, why do we have that space? I don't know. Seems odd. Also, you may recognize that this is Satisfactory music, because I downloaded the soundtrack. Because I feel that they're probably not going to get precious about copyright strikes or anything when this video ends up on YouTube. Hopefully not. And if you missed my Satisfactory casual playthrough, then all of the videos are now finished and published on YouTube in a playlist. From start to finish. It probably took twice as long as it took me to actually complete the game to edit everything down. It was 102 hours in the save. There's 90-something videos, each about half an hour long. So we got rid of a lot of extra time. I mean, there was times that I just left the game running for over 20 minutes just while I took a break, so... But the beauty of that game is at least things were still happening in the background. I definitely could have come in a lot under 100 hours if I, one, hadn't done the Fixmas stuff, like with the tree and everything, because that was a huge demand on my time and power resources. But it also gave me a reason to kind of kickstart into the game in the first place, otherwise I might not have. But I did waste an awful lot of time. That's alright. It was a bit of fun. What am I missing on the tyre? Wheel arch. Oh, the whole front of it. That'll do it. Whatever music sounds like Satisfactory. Yep. There's also Planet Crafter on the soundtrack, on the playlist as well. I haven't even started to edit down my Planet Crafter videos from when I did the Humble and the Moons and stuff. So I've got a lot of homework still to do, and I go away for 3 weeks next week. So I have a huge backlog of travel videos that are being steadily scheduled to go up. So there's going to be something on the channel regardless while I'm away. But I am hoping to be able to fill in the gaps with all the dings. I'm sorry, I dinged my pants. I am hoping to get some more gameplay stuff on there as well. Even though, I don't know, most people probably care more about the travel stuff on my channel these days than gaming stuff anyway, but who knows. I'm sure it messes with the algorithm that I keep alternating between travel and events and gaming, but tough shit. Quite frankly. Too bad. It's all chill content, so it's all related in that fashion. I might just try and get the No Man's Sky stuff from the last couple of months up first, and then plug away at the Planet Crafter. Okay, we're gonna have to just brace ourselves. There we go. You know what, maybe tomorrow we jump back into Satisfactory, because I still have some achievements I need to get in that. I did offline get a few of the other construction-based ones. Like, I didn't do on stream, I didn't get the 5 kilometers of pipes and railway and stuff like that. But I do also want to progress towards buying the golden nut, which means I need to send a lot of things to the awesome sink. I was thinking I'd just wait until Fixmas starts up again, because then I can just put all of the gift-related things in and just crank that up. But that's a bit boring, so we might jump back into it just for the sake of it, and also because that is a game that I can just leave running for half an hour while I do a morning tea or a lunch without there being any impact. I was also thinking of starting again in a different location and seeing how quickly I could do things if I actually played the game properly instead of playing the game like obtusely like I was. Like, I wasn't being as bad as what Selvner was like, where he was just manually mining so much when he played it for a laugh. I didn't do that, at least. But I did do more manual crafting at the start than I should have. Part of that was genuine because I just didn't like the power anxiety that you get early on, and I wanted to not just deforest everything. But at the same time, it was just, yeah, being purposefully obtuse in protestation that they didn't have, like, solar panels and things like that. Solar or wind power as a sort of low-yield starting option, I still maintain would make sense, but maybe we can jump in, start somewhere different, and just go ham. Just to see how it plays differently, and how quickly we can just rip through everything if we properly parallelizing things. But still doing it as a sort of genuine playthrough that I'm not going to be following guides and doing perfect blueprints and stuff like that, because I do find that very tiresome. I was also wanting to do like a hardcore playthrough of Planet Crafter. You know, the one where you're not allowed to die or your save gets deleted. But at the same time, I don't know if there's much benefit to doing that. I mean, I only died like 2 or 3 times anyway, as it is, so... There we go. Windscreen. Okay, I didn't finish the windscreen properly. What a thing to miss. Oh, it's just a little bit around the edges. There we go. Easy. We get another time lapse, because why not? And what, it reckoned that it was going to give me 200 PP? Okay, you see, this is one where it doesn't go around the other side. Cash earnings 200, which I got that anyway the last time. Go to home base. So did that actually give me anything extra? Do I have anything extra in my balance now? What have I got? 47. So I think it did. I'm confused. Now it's saying 160 out of 200. Before it was saying like 0 out of 200, I think. Now it's saying 160 out of 200. What about this one? What does this say? 0 out of 400. I'm confused. Anyway, that will do for this for now. This is all that there is for the demo to offer us, it seems. I think that maybe you can continually replay the free play levels to get a few more points, but maybe only up to a certain maximum. Like the fact this now says 160 out of 200. Okay, so maybe if I go back and do it again, it's only going to give me another 40 maximum. Maybe that's how that works. So it's probably not infinite, but it is at least something. See, there is an incentive to retry it in free play mode. Dirt alarm, press here. So it's not fire alarm, it's dirt alarm. I want to press it. Come on. You could have had that do something. Missed opportunities. Anyway, we're going to sit by our garish sofa. You can't actually sit properly. I guess I can crouch on it. That's as close as it gets. Paint me like one of your French power washers. Anyway, that will do for now and for today. This game releases into full play in like 2 weeks' time, and I'm away, so I'm not going to be able to be joining in on the hype immediately. I'll be jumping into it after I get back, which will be mid-November. for now, thank you very much for watching. We'll see you next time.